Alright, hey everybody. Haven't posted a video in a while. It's 10:08, and by a while I mean like a week, I think. I don't know. I'm not super on it yet, posting videos, but yeah, I'm getting better. So, I'm talking kind of softly because the people in my house are asleep, are trying to go that direction of tiredness. Okay. So, lots of crazy updates, lots of stuff that's going on. Just to start everything off, I'm going to boot up Fallout New Vegas here because I'm multitasking. Yeah, so I am still running the campaign. I just got my signs in today. I don't have one in here at the moment to show you guys, but they look fantastic. They look great. My friend Mark did a great job putting those together. And over at Super Vinyl is his business, if anyone's looking for a sign. He does a great job. Sorry about the laptop noise. It's right beneath you listening here. Yeah, so I got my signs in, and they look great. I think I got about 100 of them. And so I'm going to be out at a coffee shop distributing those tomorrow. And let's see what else we got going on. Work, actually. I had a fun night at work today. I did a lot of dishes. That's kind of what stands out in my evening, is that I did a lot of dishes. And I always come home and like the entire front of my work shirt is just drenched from doing dishes because I lean up against the counter and then the water just hits me in the stomach, and so I'm like always drenched. We were really busy, but it was mostly, I mean, a lot of people ordered pulled pork sandwiches, which are fantastic. I tried one of our sausage dogs, which was surprisingly good. I usually either eat the barbecue beef sandwich or the pulled pork, but I tried the sausage. Is like a kielbasa or something, which it's just a store-bought, so I mean I wasn't expecting much, but it was just something we had left over, and it was actually really delicious. I'm like, wow, people are getting their money's worth for this stuff. Well, maybe. I mean, money's worth for a concession stand at a ballpark, but you know. I'm not going to be working Saturday because, super cool thing, I am going to be at BlogCon. I really emphasized that word when it came out of my mouth. I don't really know why. BlogCon, which is in Dallas, Texas. It's about 200 people are going to be down there. And I'm super stoked. It keeps not feeling like I'm actually going there, and then I am. And it's through FreedomWorks, which I was just reading through their pamphlet, which is right here. It's kind of, it's modeled after like a radical text, and so it always creeps me out. But it's actually a really good book. It's called Rules for Patriots. But it's a pocket primer. And it talks about, I didn't even realize, the organization is called FreedomWorks because the motto is like, you know, freedom works. So they're very cool. One of the things that's just been, it feels like the direction that I really want to go in, because, excuse me, it's a bunch of people, and they're not tied down to any kind of political party. And it's based off of what makes sense, what is right, what is truth, which I really like, and that's something I've been craving, because I know that a lot of people, one of the things that bugs me is when people tout their party affiliation and say it's like, I've been a Republican, I've been a Democrat my whole life, and it's like, congratulations, like, I don't know, why does that make you like special? What is it? I mean, okay, wow, good job. You've thought what you think for really long time, which means that in the political game, you are supposed you're now super better. But really, it's just like with a lot of people who say that, it's like, I've been this party for a long time. It's like, great, and you're not doing a very good job. Like, I completely disagree with you. So if I knew you when you were born, I would completely disagree with you from that entire time span, because, yeah. So it's like, I go after what, I look for the truth. I mean, that's kind of my thing, is that, I mean, I just started a TV show, which, oh my gosh, I have to tell you. So, my new show is, I've just scheduled 4, get that thumb in there, 4, boom, shows in the month of June, and we're going to be in the studio recording them, and I am super excited. We're spending the whole month of May. We're getting the set put together towards the end of this month. I'm making sort of a modular, I mean, the way that it's set up now is, and let's do this bullet by bullet here. The current set at the place that I'm recording, they just have a table, and like wire chairs, and they are just the most uncomfortable things ever. They make you you're either slouching or you're like straight backed, and there's no comfortable leaning where it doesn't make you look like really heavy. It's just a terrible setup. So I'm doing a building project to build like a raised bar type of table where you'd be sitting on it, and then you would have 4 bar stools behind it, with maybe with some backs on it, just for a little bit more comfort on that, just to look kind of cool. And because a giant curved bar type of thing is going to be pretty big, I'm doing a modular building project where it's like there's 4 pieces of like desk, I guess, or bar, or whatever the heck you want to call it, but there's 4 pieces of it, and then you can put them together. And one of the things I'm going to do is I'm going to Mod Podge a bunch of vintage posters, and I'm going to buy like some Fallout posters, and so there's going to be like, only you can prevent corporate espionage, and all these different like 1950s retrofuturism posters and weird Cold War things, and just like cool stuff, and maybe some music posters and stuff like that. And I'm going to Mod Podge those on there, and then where the seams are for the bar, for the table, I'm gonna just take like an X-Acto knife and just cut down and cut each of those posters in half. So when you put it all together, the poster's like sort of diagonal across the seam, and it looks like, it really makes the illusion that it's one consistent piece, but it's not. It is multiple pieces put together in a fashion of greatness, because that's the only fashion that we construct things in. So I'm going to be building that, and then I'm getting some people lined up for to be guests on the show. I'm going to be doing the producing. A friend of mine's going to be directing. Another friend of mine's going to be doing like set management, and yeah, we're just going to have people on talking about things. I know my first guest is actually, one of the things I want to do is I want to do 2 guests per show, just because it allows for a lot cleaner, more natural feeling banter, I guess, and it helps the show go on a little bit longer, because I mean there's multiple people talking. And so the first guest that I'm getting is my friend Matt and my friend Cody, who work at a church downtown, which sort of ministers to people who are they are like addicted to drugs, or they're just homeless, or they're really struggling in the downtown area. I know downtown Salem's got a lot of people who are really struggling, and so this is a church that actually ministers to those people, and does a feed people thing every 6 days a week. And I know that we also did a Feed Salem thing through a bunch of local churches, did this big food bank, because in April the food bank brings in the least amount of food because of tax month, I can only assume. And so we did this big thing where we donated a lot of food and got it to a lot of people and fed a lot of people. So it was a very cool thing. Let's see, other stuff. Yeah, with the show, I want to pull in like a lot of different people. I mean, I don't want it to be any one thing. It's on its basis. I mean, it's like an educational entertainment show. So we're talking about issues, and the tagline, which is what I was saying when I was talking about seeking truth. The tagline is "White Hot Truth." On my first show, though, that I recorded the other day with a couple of school board candidates, one of whom is my mother, which I don't think that was ever acknowledged in the show. So I don't know if that'll come across as like cool, or if that'll just come across as awkward that I didn't acknowledge it. Maybe one or the other. But I said the tagline wrong at the beginning, and it was super awkward because I hadn't rehearsed an intro, but I felt the compulsive urge to like say an intro, which I regret. I don't think I'm going to do that in the future, but I came out and I'm like, "Hi, welcome to the Foundry, where we're bringing hot white truth to you." And it was the worst thing, and I butchered my own tagline, and I know my mom came up to me afterwards and told me, she's like, "I'm really, really worried that they're going to be like, you're racist." And it's like, so I went back in and I edited it to clarify, but I'm like, really, if someone's going to pull that I'm being racist by saying the hot white truth, it's like, if anything, I'm being vulgar, because that sounds like the title of an adult movie. But yeah, so if that's broadcast, that's on television now. I think for the future shows, I'm just going to be like, "Hi, we're talking to people. Let's talk." And I think that's a fantastic intro right there. But yeah, I want to sort of diversify the people who are on the show. I know I've got some musicians that I want to be on there. I've got I mean, I've got some political people. I've got some church people. One of the things I want to do, I know a couple people who do a lot of really cool science things. I don't know if I'm going to get his title right, but I have a friend who's like an astrophysicist or something like that. He does space things. He does things with space. And I know I go to the restaurant a lot with him and just talk about stuff. And it's actually really fun because, I mean, I come away way smarter every single time. It's like, oh, wow, okay, cool. Redshift is not what I thought it was at all. That's cool. Now I know. Thank you for the dinner conversation is explaining redshift and the theory of relativity and all that stuff. It's like, whatever.